Hi, I'm Jackie Hunter. I'm editor for Wall Street Journal Custom Content in EMEA. I'm here in London for the WSJ Pro Cybersecurity event on behalf of NETSCOUT. Tell me, how can government and business work better together to solve some of the biggest cybersecurity issues?
What I've seen coming out of NCSC and the Australian government and places like that is actually a refocus in the last few years on providing smaller businesses more practical advice. So you've had the Australians for the last 9 years now, I think, have published their essentially kind of what they call a top 35, but it always has a summary of either the top 4 or the essential 8 controls. NCSC have focused again on trying to deliver basic advice and saying, okay, we're not going to overload you with things. We're just going to focus on one thing. We're going to say, think about passwords, think about password health, think about two-factor authentication, think about so achievable steps that any kind of, especially smaller business, can achieve. And I think that's a big thing because the big companies, they have the budget to go to third-party providers who can provide many of the services the government now would previously have provided: threat intelligence, more active security defense, more, these services exist if you have the money. The small businesses that don't have the money and actually no real requirement for that, they're desperate just for clear advice that comes from an independent, non-commercial source.
Information exchanges where government is supplying out threat data or briefings around what attackers are generally doing, incredibly helpful. But it also helps when private sector companies feed back to the government about what they're actually seeing, what's impacting them, how are they dealing with those problems. This really is only an area where we get stronger if we work together, where we're able to tell each other what threats we're seeing and how to counter them. So it's not up to each business to go through that same learning process where they're making mistakes, finding it difficult, and essentially giving the attackers the advantage. If we can all work together better, faster, exchange information better, then the whole herd is going to get much stronger.